Today on Wee's Reviews, we talk about things that Zeus should have. You may know this man as Zeus Pantera. His channel is dead. He needs to make his anime channel soon. Otherwise, everything will fall apart. He'll have no money, he'll foreclose on his house, and everything will be wrong. So Z, please, if you're watching, which I don't think you are, but you probably know, start your fucking anime channel so I can watch your shit and, do it. Go on Floatplane, go on Nebula. They'll take you. Trust me. So, today, on the same clip, we talk about the Coleman multi-channel interface. What is a multi-channel interface? Well, it's a very broad term that marketers like to use on very many things. If you understand just the basic concept of what a volume knob is, you'll understand this product very well. So this product, it has a grand total 8 buttons. 6 of those buttons are mute buttons. One of them is a button that does something that you're not going to understand until I explain the rest of the unit. And the other button folds everything that this unit does down into your mono channel. But your mono channel is really just your left and right, because in the vast world of audio, left and right is apparently just good enough for everything. But what does the Coleman multi-channel interface do? It's definitely not a multi-channel interface. It's a preamp. It takes 6 XLR inputs and it attenuates it with a step. If you listen to this, it's a clicky knob. Look at the giant pig knob. I made it way better. Just want you to hear that because it's nice. Each one of those steps is a different volume position. Inside the unit, there is a stack of potentiometers. There's 12 of them. We'll get into that in a minute. Actually, we'll just get into it right now. So the entire unit is balanced because balance is nice. But what that also means is we don't have 6 audio paths, we have 12. This is a design characteristic. If you don't know what balance is, go look it up. The internet's full of people who will tell you what they think is balanced, which basically is what it is. But basically, this whole unit, its whole fucking purpose is so you can have 6 different sources to be able to turn the same knob, have all those sources turn up and down at the same time. Why would you need a unit like this? Say you wanted to be a madman and have, say, a pair of speakers in one room, another pair in another room, and a subwoofer. And you wanted to balance all 3 of those outputs with the same knob, but you absolutely did not want to do it in software. We'll get into why software audio is bad in a minute, but for now, why would you want to do that? Because you want to keep your subwoofer balanced with the rest of the room. And you also want to have different levels in the adjacent room, and you want control over your subwoofer because, some songs you want the thump, and others you just want the silence of the thump. But why is digital volume control bad? Well, it gets down to analog stuff. So in a digital signal, you have 16 bits. Why am I describing what bits are? Everybody knows. At least I feel like I do, because literally I've heard the explanation 1,000 times. But for you, I'll tell you again. So a bit is just a 1 or a 0 that can be on or off, and you can have a chain of bits as long as you want. But in that chain, you have a given amount of information. And because audio is this thing that just kind of always wants to continue being, we need to send that 16-bit file repeatedly. Each one of these files is called a sample. And you have various different numbers of samples. Let's just say 48 kilohertz. So every 48 thousandths of a second, you get another voltage reading that says, okay, when this was recorded, the microphone was here, and then it went here, and then it went here, and then back and forth, 48,000 times a second. Now, what happens when you take that same 16-bit, so let's just say from here to here is 8-bit, and from here to here is 8-bit. So you have, a range where this can be. If you want to lower the volume to say half, now you're right here and right here. So you only have an 8-bit window, and I can't make my thumb big enough. But with this 8-bit window now, you have half the fidelity of everything you could hear. But if you bring this out into the analog world, well, in the analog world, what is a number divided by 2? Go look at a Veritas and Video Supertask. You'll understand. But in a finite set, in our 16-bit set, because we're working in 16-bit audio, because the internet is just simple like that. 32-bit everywhere. That would probably solve the problem. Or maybe just like go crazy. Go really crazy with it. Do 256-bit and just make it a whole RAM chunk. But that's besides the point. Wow. Tangent land today. Yeah, basically the whole unit is just serves one purpose. It's a giant fucking volume knob for insane people. This unit in the past would have been used in multi-channel studios. Yes, I know. 2 is multi-channel, but surround. That's really what it's made for. It's surround audio, but now everything is done digitally, and Atmos is the thing, so everything's digital now. So this unit is completely obsolete. Oh, and did I mention it cost $1,500 new? I didn't get it new. I definitely wouldn't pay that much. Or maybe I would. Go on eBay. You'll see how much I paid. It was too much. Way too much. I could have got a fucking R2R DAC for that. But Z, make your fucking anime channel now.